we curse a fucking lot.
What are you doing? Pigeon check for Sheldon. North side's all clear.
Great, let's look at some planets.
Hopefully a year from now, I'm gonna look in the mirror and see someone like you.
Man, hell no. The fuck?
And someone capable of...
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Yo, they brought back Double there?
Toilet paper, the other is a toilet. First team to get 4 rolls in a row against 50.
Yo! Oh yeah, here we go.
Find the flag, somewhere in there. Go on, to the tank. You got it, you got it, you got it. Get in the tank. Get in the tank. There you go. You got the flag?
Well, this definitely takes me back to when I was a kid, yo.
Ernie! Didn't I tell you to clean up your room?
I'll do it after Double there, Mom! I'm just trying to watch the Sunday slide, yo.
I do this way better than you. You know I do this shit way better than you. You know I do. You know I do. You know I do this shit way better than you. You know.
Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is TJ Wild.
I'm Calvin AG.
What you doing, yo?
Nothing. Just chilling.
Word up, word up. I'd like to thank everybody so far that has managed to hit that like button on Facebook. I very much appreciate it. Just a shade under 100 likes within the first week. So thank you very much for that.
We appreciate the support, everybody.
Absolutely. To those of you that have gone to YouTube and hit that subscribe button as well, thank you to that. Don't forget to do that if you haven't done so. And of course, you can always hit us up, www.favoritebloggers.com, where you can read our thoughts anytime you get ready to. Funny story, actually. A lot of people don't realize that the FB in YFBFB actually stands for favorite bloggers.
Yep.
So that's kind of where we got that. YFBFB, your favorite bloggers, favorite bloggers. That's what it's all about.
Shout out to Styles P. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Salute the ghost. The ghost of the shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Luke Cage, but we can't do that because we have to talk about the blast. Joseph Joe Jackson, the patriarch who launched the musical Jackson family dynasty, died Wednesday at a Las Vegas hospital, a source close to the family tells CNN. He was 89. Jackson was the father of, and at times manager to pop stars Michael and Janet Jackson, along with the sibling singing group, the Jackson 5. No cause of death has been released, but Jackson had reportedly been ill in health. Alright, well here's the situation with that. Right now, in heaven, this is what's playing out right now. Oh, Michael. Oh my God, Joe! No! How the fuck did you get up here? No! But seriously though, we can sit here and we can have a debate about, you know, his parenting style. You know, did he go too hard on them? You know, should he have pulled back? Things of that nature. But honestly, we can't deny the results of what happened. He turned a regular ass African American family from Gary, Indiana into a legendary fucking household name to this day. So for that alone, I say, Joe Jackson, I fucking salute you and may you rest in peace.
Sony Pictures has given a title to its new Spider-Man movie, the follow-up to 2017 successful franchise reboot Spider-Man Homecoming. The sequel, now called Spider-Man Far From Home, will hit theaters July 5th, 2019. The studio made official today where franchise star Tom Holland pretty much leaked in an Instagram post last week from Seattle's Ace Comic-Con. In the video, he showed an iPad with the movie's script bearing the title Spider-Man Far From Home. So, as we all know, we're getting a new Spider-Man movie, and as a lot of people actually assumed, or I guess anticipated, it will have the name Home in the title. I don't give a fuck. It's a new Spider-Man movie. Like, wow. I still can't believe that we're getting this Spider-Man. Tom Holland is Peter Parker. The Spider-Man that he's portraying is Spider-Man. There really isn't anything else that needs to be said. I just want to see when this will take place. Will it be after Infinity War 4? Before Infinity War 4? What will be the villain? We're assuming it's Mysterio. I want it to be Kraven. I cannot wait for this shit. So yeah, Far From Home, I'm excited.
Over its first 4 seasons, Power has glittered with a near seamless and polished blend of glamour, New York City grit, gangster life, and ghostly ambition to great success as the most consistently watched series on Starz. However, with the July 1st debuting season 5 of the drama starring and executive produced by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the Courtney Kemp created show makes a fundamental and successful shift. And that's about as far as I'm gonna go, because holy fucking shit, did you hear that shit? Power is coming back this Sunday, and it's gonna be so fucking crazy. If you haven't watched Power yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? I will give you, as a matter of fact, because I'm so generous, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, I will give you my Starz password so you can watch Starz for free. I'm actually receiving word that that's not a valid offer. So I take that back. But what you need to do is watch it anyway, because here's what's gonna happen. We have 50 Cent teaming up with Ghost, finally teaming up with Tommy. We got the frenemy situation coming together to take out bitch ass nigga Dre, who thinks he's the shit, but he's really fucking not. He's really gonna fucking find out what the power really is about come Sunday. And then also we get to find out about how fucking G his son Tariq becomes, because if you recall, he caught his first body at the end of season 4, and he wanted to be a G so bad. He wasn't ready for that life. He tried his fucking hardest to get there, you know what I'm saying? Now he's there, so now we're about to see what kind of role he plays. Lots of other crazy shit going down. I can't wait. Sunday, Starz, 9 o'clock. I will meet you there.
Teyana Taylor debuted her highly anticipated sophomore album Keep That Same Energy on Friday. Keeping with Kanye West's recent restrictions on his roster of artists at Good Music, it clocks in at just under 23 minutes and consists of 8 tracks instead of the 7 West promised. I'm an R&B head all day. Like, as much as I love hip-hop, R&B is still my bread and butter from like the 90s to now. And so I still try to lock into whatever is gonna be that major R&B album that everybody's listening to. So that being said, I have heard the Teyana Taylor album. I've heard it a few times. While there's maybe 3, maybe 4 tracks that I like, overall, I'm not a big fan of it. And I think the other album was better. But you know, it doesn't really matter, because every time I look at a picture of her ass online, the album gets a 10 either way. So yeah, shout out to Teyana Taylor. Your album is okay, but you, I love you.
And this has been the blast for this week. So now let's get to that Luke Cage, huh? All right, so now let's get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about the man they call Carl Lucas. We're gonna talk about the man they call Power Man. We're gonna talk about the man they call the hero from Harlem. I'm talking none other than about the man they call Luke motherfucking Cage. Season 2 just dropped this past weekend. We finally had a chance to get through it, and I will tell you what, I was super fucking impressed with what I saw in season 2 for Luke Cage. It's a huge improvement over, and season 1 was the shit.
It was.
So to take that to the next level, yes sir.
I agree. Like, while most people, I think, agree that Cottonmouth was a great villain, the first half of the first season was really great. It kind of dipped off when Diamondback took over.
Right, yeah.
I think you can agree with me that this season kind of kept it, I guess, it really kept it interesting throughout the entire show.
Yes.
Where, like, there were multiple villains, whether it was Mariah, whether it was Bushmaster, whether it was Shades, Bushmaster. Like, it was a combination of all of them, but they kind of mixed and matched it so that throughout the entire show, it kept it engaging. So I appreciate that.
Now, there are some out there that do say that they thought the pacing might have been off. It could have shrunk a little bit. I don't really see any moments in there where it was just like, dude, can we hurry the fuck up already?
I agree with you.
Every episode pushed the narrative forward and not attacked on like the Flash would do. Oh, this is a fucking Christmas episode, so let's just like save the last 5 minutes to, you know, move it on to the next episode. You know, I didn't get that impression at all.
In my opinion, I think with 13 episodes, they utilized every episode well. And like I said, even with the episodes that were slow, they still did character development.
Yes.
They still made sure that each character was able to shine, and they had great moments, and even at times they were able to establish themselves with their own potential stories, which we might talk about later.
Yep. So
I really didn't think there were too many moments that were wasted. Not saying I didn't have any negatives on the show, but overall, I thought every episode had a lot of takeaways that I was able to be like, okay, I can see why they did that.
Yeah, like when you take notes for the show and you're only on episode 3, but you're like 5 pages deep worth of notes, that lets you know that there's a lot to take in, you know?
Yes, I agree.
So definitely that was a shout out to the writers for being so ill, like real talk.
Yep.
All right, let's get right into, let's talk about the main man of the hour, like Luke Cage, you know what I'm saying? The opening credits or the opening scene to the season where he came into Mobb Deep and just started whooping everybody in the motherfucking drug lab right there.
Really, guys? Hey, you gotta know we tried, man. It's really fool dumb enough to put my name on a package that I'm coming. You hear me?
Let you know, like, this is what we're gonna do for season 2. Like, this is the tone that we're setting. Let's get right to the fucking awesome shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love the way they establish, once again, the fact that dude is super strong. And I love the way they make fun of the fact that, like, you know, really, guys, you guys are going to try to shoot me? Yeah. Just to let anybody that didn't watch season 1 know, like, yeah, this dude is bulletproof.
Which clearly was, like, every single villain from, or every single henchman from this season didn't know who the fuck he was, apparently.
They just wanted to try it out, I guess.
Yeah.
To see if it's real.
It can't be like that. Pew, pew. No, it was exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Coulter, I thought, did excellent. I thought that his acting, I guess, was better than the first season. Now, of course, shout out to the writers, who I thought the writing, of course, complimented that.
Right.
But I thought they gave him, I guess they trusted him more with, I guess, more emotional, I guess, more weighted scenes.
Yes, yeah.
The scene with him and Claire on episode 3.
One of my favorite moments of the fucking show, in short.
So great.
I had to write this shit number 1 on my list. That was like the best fucking scene right there for me.
It really was, man. They both acted their asses off, but he really did a good job. Throughout the entire season with the dynamic with his father.
Yeah, man.
You know, the action scenes. Now, of course, you know, some of that is a stunt double, but some of that's still him.
But going back quickly to the father situation, like the weight that he was carrying for the entire season about those unresolved issues, about how he kind of abandoned him while he was in jail. You know, didn't even believe that he was innocent type of shit, and now he's all back like, oh, what the fuck are you back now for? You know what I'm saying? So walking around with that weight and seeing it come out in other avenues, such as like with Cockroach, and how he almost killed the fuck out of that motherfucker. Like that's really complex emotional shit, man.
I agree.
Like it was really good.
And even the scene, where he was with the first scene with his dad, where he was like,
But don't we both of us deserve a fresh start? Bring Mama back from the dead. Can you do that? And then maybe we'll talk.
I was like, wow. Jeez, that is just deep rooted.
Nice. The whole season, I was like, please get good with this dude, because you need to release this. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree. I like that. But I like that Mike Coulter definitely did this thing. Props to him. Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one quick thing that I wanted to talk about was the ending. How at first I was a little pissed off about it, because I was like, oh, they're just trying to turn this motherfucker into power now. So he's going to run a fucking club. He's going to be the drug lord, but not drug lord. I was like, what the fuck? But then I thought about it, though. And the one thing that he did say was, you know, they said that the club is the heart of Harlem. The club is the heart of Harlem, right? So that means he has to defend it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the heart, he has to defend it. So I stopped looking at it from a power standpoint. I looked at it more like the Iron Throne, because everybody's going to be trying to get to the heart of this shit, you know?
That's true. I mean, yeah, I can also see that in that, like, and also, what better way to try to rule the kingdom than to be the actual king?
Yeah.
I mean, even Cersei, shout out to Game of Thrones, believes that she's doing the right thing. Right. Even though we all know she's crazy as shit. Right. Shout out to 2019. We're going to talk a whole lot about Game of Thrones.
Oh, for sure.
But, but she thinks she's doing the right thing.
I already have my thesaurus ready.
But yeah, Luke believes that by taking over the kingdom, he'll be able to run shit. And just a shout out to anybody that's an Angel fan out there. Really reminds me of when he took over Wolfram and Hart. I love that show. And it's a similar idea of where the enemy realized that they've lost and basically hands over the kingdom to you and is like, you know, here's the keys. See what you can do with it. So we're gonna see what happens in season 3 with that. But
Word up, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a real test of his character right there. So that's going to be fun to see.
Yep.
Now let's talk about Nemesis number 1, Bushmaster.
them calling me Bushmaster.
Them call me Bushmaster.
If you
Bomber
don't-
clock,
if you
Ross
don't,
clock.
if you don't like bad Jamaican accents or stereotypes, you might want to leave now.
Yeah, too late. I'm sorry. Sorry, we already got the fucking Jamaican. We got the fucking stylish outside the window right now. Like, I hope you're strapped.
Just stop. Dude.
Nice knowing you guys. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
You know I do this way better than you.
But yeah, shout out to the guy that played Bushmaster. I think is Mustafa Shakir, is it?
Yeah.
That's the way you establish a villain. That first episode,
Yeah, man.
immediately we knew within 3 minutes what Bushmaster was about. He said his name. He showed off how much of a badass he was, and he showed his power as far as like how he can take. Oh my god!
And they were all in that shot. They were like, you're going to get every
yeah.
little strand
it
of
was-
muscle getting cut in this bitch. Like, woohoo.
And they showed that he was semi-bulletproof.
Yeah.
And then in those few minutes, and then also the whole, I love the thread throughout the entire season where every time somebody would say, well, why do you hate Mariah Stokes? Mariah Stokes.
Right.
He would always say that.
In case you motherfucking forgot. Yes.
I love that, man. But
This is my purpose. Don't forget it, bitches. Like, straight up. Straight up.
Dude did this thing, and I love the way, I swear, Marvel's been killing it with the villains lately. Thanos, Killmonger, Vulture, what is it, Hera from Thor Ragnarok. If you give a villain a reason for being a villain, and you make
a valid one. A valid reason.
well, a valid reason,
Yeah.
and you make us believe that they believe that their reason is a just cause, even though we know it's not.
Right.
It makes me it invests me more in their character.
Now, let me tell you something that I liked about this, because, you know, you have a lot of times where you have villains that are drunk off the power. They're drunk off, like, whatever it is that's giving them the power. I need more. I need more. Ah. And you're just like, all right, dude, fucking chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you're already powerful. Like, just fucking chill. Now, the reason why I thought it was cool for Bushmaster to keep taking the shit even though he knew it was killing him was because it just showed you just how deep rooted, you know, his belief was. Like, Harlem was me birthright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and he's willing to die for the shit, even if he can't rule the shit. As long as Mariah didn't fucking have the shit, then that's what it was. So I excused that, you know, drunk off power trope right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it made way sense in the big context.
Essentially, he didn't really care about his own life.
Yeah, it was
He
more
just
about
wanted-
his name and his family. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
He was
Retribution
willing-
for his family.
And that was just like great point. Like he really was, at the end of the day, ironically, a family man. And like he was just,
Yeah.
he cared about his family. He's one that murdered hers.
That's what makes some of the best villains, in my
It
opinion.
really does.
You know
It
what I'm
really
saying?
does.
Like, when you're able to, you know, he's relatable. He's just a regular dude. He has his fucked up means about the way he goes about it, but I can still feel him on it. Killmonger, perfect fucking example.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I can give you right
Yeah,
now.
no, I'm saying that, but I hear what you're saying though. Like giving someone a real purpose, and also shout out to not just, of course, his motivation, but his fighting style, the way.
Oh,
like,
yes,
like the
yes.
capoeira, like the flip kicks, his
He
fighting
ain't
style.
have to fucking flash kick that nigga like
Oh, he
that,
definitely
though.
had to flash kick him.
Like, he got trained by Guile, bro.
Like
you know
that
what I'm
dude,
saying?
that dude held down for 2 seconds.
Luke ain't see it coming. Why is he ducked down?
KO.
DW like,
or
click, you're
Lisa
fucked.
Dizzy with the fucking, what is it, birds flying
Oh
over.
yeah.
But dude, like his because obviously it was a case. They wanted to establish a technique versus strength argument with Luke Cage versus him this season, where Luke Cage was clearly the stronger dude until the last episode where he took the overkill the Nightshade.
Right, and it took 2 people to
But
fuck him up. Yeah.
I just love every scene that dude had, like his technique, all of that. The fight scenes were excellent. I don't know the stunt double for Mustafa, whoever he is. Shout out to you,
Super
dude.
props.
Excellent.
Super fucking props.
Excellent.
Indeed. Now let's talk about villain number 2 right here, who actually I like more of a villain than I did Bushmaster, and I think it's only because she had like a season of story to build up to.
Okay.
So to watch the corruption unfold the way that it did, you know what I'm saying, with Mariah Stokes Dillard.
Mariah Stokes.
Mariah Stokes. Like, yo, that shit was, she was a more than a suitable replacement for Cottonmouth in my mind.
I agree.
Like,
I definitely agree.
In depth and for sure. Like, we just see just how much of a soulless shell of a human that she is.
She really is a heartless, like
she
heartless,
gives
heartless person.
No fucks.
Like her daughter that we're gonna talk about briefly later, she summed it up in like one of the episodes. She was like, "You are a monster." Like she, like
the way the fucking say it now, just drop the bomb.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's a product of incest. Her daughter, man.
And she even said, "I tried to love you." Almost like a throwaway. Like I really tried to love you.
You know, like hey,
what you been doing? I tried.
I mean, I'm new to this shit, man.
What
like
you
what
been
the fuck, yo?
But she is a heart. Like, even with the girl in jail. Like was it?
Oh yeah, Sunflower.
Like,
yeah, the chick Sunflower.
Like clearly, like I mean, yeah, Sunflower.
That
like,
shit was fucking.
Jesus.
She was a gangster in jail, my nigga.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it reminds me of Walter White, where it's like these people that you don't think are gonna be gangsters. There's something like inside of you that like is waiting to be brought out, depending on what circumstance you fall into.
Yeah.
Mariah was built to be a gangster. Like
yeah.
Like I just she was. But also, as you mentioned, as far as everybody comparing it to like Cottonmouth of the last season, I think it's kind of messed up the way we keep talking about Mahershala Ali. I'm sorry, I've said it wrong. I apologize.
Mahershala. I half expected something magic to happen after I said it that many times.
Who was an amazing actor. And Alfre Woodard was right there, who is just as great an actor. And we kind of just pushed her to the side where he's dead, so clearly we can't have a great villain.
Right.
And she's been this great actor for like 30 years.
I'm sure you know.
And we're all like, we kind of forgot about her, but she's
You know
really
what
great.
I think happened? Because I'm sure she reads message boards, or she has her PR team come to her and say, okay, Miss Woodard, this is what they're saying tonight. A word, I can't be no Cottonmouth.
Okay,
watch this shit.
I see you there.
Watch this shit.
I see you there.
Bam. Destroyed it.
Amazing.
The burn.
Oh yeah, let's go to the burn.
The burn and the bullet. That's when there was like even after she dropped the bomb, that her fucking daughter was a product of incest, and she pretty much gave no fucks about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were still like, you know, like I still see maybe she might be misunderstood. Maybe there's just a little bit of good in her. The burn bullet scene, like if you still think that she has good in her after that shit,
that was gone.
You are fucked in the head, buddy.
Jesus, die already!
Like wow,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
it wasn't even killed him because out of mercy because he was burning. She killed him because he was screaming too much. From burning.
Right. You acting like a little bitch, yo. You act like that shit's hot or something,
I
yo.
grabbed the pan the other day, like on accident for a second, and screamed. That was 1 second. Like in the wrong way. Like.
But no, you supposed to be.
Really?
What were you thinking? I mean, shit, dude.
I shouldn't have yelled because apparently, if I yell for being burned, I should be shot dead in the chest.
Just cook your bacon already.
Like, wow! Shout out to Mariah. Amazing death, by the way. It's good that she went out the way that she did.
Yes.
Because honestly, I believe that her arc had served its purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they killed her at the end of the season.
Yeah. Part of me had me think that she might have survived it to the next one, and I could kind of see how she might have played like kind of a minor role, kind of like how Shades is going to. But I'll drop that in like 2 seconds here. But just wanted to say. Yeah, it's crazy how you can root for her in one scene and wish death upon her in the very next.
Great actor right there. That's why.
Indeed, we got Misty Knight on this paper.
Woo!
Let's
Misty
talk
Knight.
about
Shout
my
out
wifey.
to Misty Knight.
Let's talk
Simone
about
Missick.
my wifey.
I love you. You're amazing. If you ever want to come on, Nothing Just Chillin',
please.
Glad to have you.
You can have the throne right here. This is all you, and it reclines too, yo. See, watch this. Hey, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Hold on. Look. This could be you, Misty. Chilling right here. Looks aside.
Shout out to Simone Missick. Like that is, and that's funny. I actually watched a particular podcast today where she was interviewed, and she really great info. She's a smart lady. She was talking all about how like it was to perform and act as though she didn't have an arm.
Yeah. So what was the deal with that? So was that in fact a green sleeve?
It was a green sleeve in certain points. Like when they showed the stub, it was a green sleeve. But then when she had clothes on, I think she actually put her arm.
That's what I was
underneath
saying
her clothes.
On our first taping. I thought that she had.
So it was a combination of the two.
Okay.
And also shout out to her stunt double who Shout out to Black Panther. Love that movie.
Wakanda Forever.
It's one of the stunt doubles. I'm sorry about that.
Like it's a cult.
I was like, I had to do it. I wouldn't be black anymore. But who was actually one of the stunt doubles for the, or was actually one of the actual Dora Milaje. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, one of her. She actually said that her stunt double was one of the Dora Milaje in the Black Panther movie. So like I loved, of course, Daughters of the Dragon. I'll shout this out. Her and Colleen Wing. I want a show. Do you hear me? Netflix / Marvel / Disney. I want a Daughters of the Dragon series with Colleen Wing and Daughters of the Dragon fucking shit up. The robot arm is awesome, and I know you about to say something real quick, but my favorite scene in Misty, there was a scene, do you recall the scene where Shades basically, like, I guess, laid all this shit bare, and he was like, he signed the confession where he was like, I'm going to tell everything.
The snitch scene in episode 12, yeah.
Do you remember what happened in that scene when Shades, like, I guess, talked about he actually gave up the information regarding the gun and Tone getting thrown off of the roof, and he asked for some water because he was, like, getting choked up?
Yeah, and she walked away, and as she was walking away, you could see
she
her.
broke. That was amazing.
She had a fucking real moment.
That was amazing acting. Shout out to some, like, the way they broke away. She broke down, like it broke, like she was crying. Grabbed the water,
but she still cried like a G though.
She cried like a G.
She only had like a few
like
tears,
1 or 2 tears.
Yeah, dude.
She grabs the water, comes right in the room, is like,
Ridden hour.
I was, man.
Yes, sir.
Simone Missick, I love you. You are an amazing actress. I want to see more of you all the time.
Me too. Go back. I wanted to touch on the Daughters of the Dragon situation.
Okay.
They had their own private investigation situation. Colleen and Misty did. If they were to do the show just like it is in the comics, it would end up kind of being a minority motherfucking Jessica Jones minus the fucked up childhood. Do you think that could exist in the same realm?
Yeah.
Can you see? But you know what? Though? I didn't even think about this because the thing that's different is they all fucked with each other in Defenders.
Precisely.
So what if they got Jessica involved in that shit? What if it became a trio?
I would love that shit.
That would be dope.
Like it would be Daughters of the Dragon with Jessica,
Yeah.
Misty, and Colleen.
Oh, man, hey.
Oh my god.
Yo, Marvel, are you listening?
Why would you say that? Now it's all I want. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro.
But look,
that's what we're here for. To give pipe dreams.
But
unattainable pipe dreams.
But you mentioned that. I mean, the Jessica Jones series is actually loosely based on the comics as well. So they took the idea, they took Kilgrave, aka Purple Man,
right,
and they made their own series out of it. So I think Netflix and Marvel also, they don't have to take specifically what was from the comics.
And they don't.
They don't.
Totally don't.
They take the good shit and they make their own thing.
Yeah.
So as long as it's some Daughters of the Dragon show, does it have to be a PI thing? No. It could be Colleen Wing and Misty Knight traveling the world, punching people in the face for 13 episodes, and I'll be down with that.
Yeah, but they definitely take hella liberties with the shit. Like one thing that I also, and we're gonna move on, but did you know that on the TV show it was Danny that gave her the arm? Do you know who gave it to her in real life?
Actually, what you mean in comics?
Right.
I don't know actually.
It was Stark.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was fucking Stark gave her
Wow.
that shit. Yeah, dude.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, man. So she was walking around with some Stark Industry shit, but
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good fun fact to know.
Yeah. I actually did not know that. Actually, ironically, kind of want that more now. But whatever. That's I
didn't want it.
Shut the fuck up.
But also, I know you touched Colleen Wing. I know you're on this show for like one episode. I still love you because you made Iron Fist watchable. So hopefully we see more of you because I really think you're a great actress. I forgot her name as well, but
that's cool. She
She
knows you're talking about her.
But yeah, move on.
We're gonna talk about Mariah's daughter Tilda, who
is amazing. God, you are beautiful.
She is so. She's my favorite. I'm sorry, Misty. Your invite has been revoked. I'm gonna give it to Tilda now. Gabrielle.
Dennis.
Gabrielle Dennis.
And she was on The Game, which I think that's where I might have seen her before.
I think it was so awesome. Like one of the things that was a big deal with her character to me was the good girl gone bad situation.
I agree.
Now, granted, we didn't get to know much about her before her appearance here, so she did kind of come in as a blank slate. But just like the first couple episodes with her, you kind of looked at her and you're like, you know, she's a nice girl with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she seems like a sweetheart.
Yep.
But as she learns more about what Mariah's about, and as she learns more about herself, including but not limited to that incest bullshit, you can see her being more and more like kind of cold-hearted with it, to the point that she even turned around to make that concoction to fucking kill her fucking mom.
Which was, wow.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny because she's this, like you said, she's this good girl. She's a doctor, or she used to be a doctor. You think she's this good person, but even though Mariah is a terrible person, right? Something inside of you is at least a little bit dark to kill your own mother. I don't care how. What I'm saying
is a product of rape.
I got you. What I say to say, like, she's prone to turning to that dark side, like you just said.
Because it's in her.
It's in her. But she's also smart.
Right.
So wait, dark, also evil, to a certain extent, also smart. Kind of sounds like a mother. So.
And we saw shades of it coming out, especially. Now, I was a little bit like, what the fuck? Because she was like, kind of pissed off that Mariah gave Luke the club. But at the same time, it was like, she literally just got done telling you, basically in so many words, I don't give a fuck about you, fuck you, I tried to love you, but whatever. So why would you expect to get the fucking
Because
club?
I think you still
keep it in the family type of shit.
Also that because it's your mother. So at the end of the day, like, you can't help but still want that validation of like, she still loves me. Like you, when it comes to your parents, rationality goes out the window. Like you just feel, and you can't control that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even they're like a complete asshole. So, and then going to Bushmaster, and this is the dude that like hates literally everybody in your family. This dude could murder you with just the flick of the wrist. She goes to him and helps him out and becomes like actually part of their crew a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Shout out to the actress. I can't wait to see her in the 3rd season.
Yeah, she's gonna
be a big role in that season.
She most certainly will.
I agree.
And somebody that may have a role, we just don't know how big it's gonna be. It's gonna be Shades. Because
he'll have a role.
He got knocked off at the end of the very last episode because Mariah ended up dying, so the deal that he ended up taking became null and void.
Yep.
And this cockiness fucked him up. Now, he was a funny dude. He definitely knew his shit. He was definitely an OG from the streets with it. But just like anything, any man is susceptible to motherfucking ego, bruh. You start feeling yourself a little too much.
I feel you.
Like, oh, word, lawyer? For real, bitch? All right, bye.
That
like,
shit
I don't
was
need
fucked
you.
up too. It's like, oh, I don't need you, whatever. He was like, wait, so the thing I signed is still good, right? They're like, yeah, I don't need you. What the fuck out of you? But
little did you know.
The thing that I think is funny about Shades, though, is, and this is why I think he'll stick around, is, as you know, that dude is a gangster from the get-go. Like, he was in hard prison.
Right.
So best believe when they lock that dude up, he's gonna know some guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He probably, if he doesn't link up with the Puerto Ricans, because I'm not, that's just how.
That's how they're gonna.
That's how prison is. Like, you link up with your race. He'll probably link up with enough people to like be able to like survive long enough.
I don't see him running that shit though.
No, not running it, but he'll do enough to survive.
Yeah.
And maybe get out on technicality. Maybe I don't know.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
But for one thing is for sure,
around.
like, he's going to definitely play a hand as far as the gangsters that's in jail that's already in the game. He's going to definitely be like the, hey, yo, word on the street is, I can see him being that guy. Hey, did you know the Italians was da-da-da-da-da-da?
I agree.
Hey, did you know the Russians was da-da-da-da-da?
Just to, like, flip shit on their heads. We think he's going to be a big player in the 3rd season. And he gets killed, like, the first, like, 2 episodes.
That would be so lame.
But
I'd be kind of mad at that
actually,
shit,
and I don't want to, and I'm not trying. I swear I'm not trying to be funny. The 2nd season of Jessica Jones, a big character that was a big part of the 1st season, gets killed in the first 2 episodes.
It ain't Trish.
No, it's not Trish.
Okay. I saw the end of Defenders.
It's not Trish. It's not Trish. It's definitely not Trish.
That's why I threw her out there.
That's one there.
One down. What?
Spoiler alert! It's not Jessica.
Damn, man, that's my next guess, son.
I know.
Fuck. Really?
No, it's Kilgrave. He gets killed again. No, it's not him. Actually, well, spoiler, whatever. Do you care? It's Will.
Who the fuck
Will
is
Johnson,
Will?
the boyfriend from the first season, the one that they fought a few times, the one that took the pills. They got like Trish's boyfriend.
He must have been minor.
No, he was major. He was like the major antagonist of like the first season, other than Kilgrave. He was the one that like fought Jessica in the apartment.
I swear I've watched this fucking show.
Long story short, we'll talk about it later. But his head gets completely like what I'm talking about. Like my head is looking at the wall. His head gets completely like twisted around. And he was like dead. But whatever, doesn't matter.
That's insane.
My point is they're not afraid to go there. So Shades could die just to like switch shit up. But whatever.
Coming up on the home stretch here, James Lucas, Luke Cage's father.
Oh
James
yeah,
Lucas, yeah.
Excellent.
R.I.P. to Reg Ecat though. Like I never heard of dude before the show.
I've seen him in stuff, but I wouldn't be able to tell you where I've seen him before.
How much of a downer was it to get to the end of the fucking series and see that R.I.P.
Yeah,
shit,
because
bro?
it's funny. I really wanted to see where that relationship was going to go in the third season.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're not going to see that.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, and even though he was an imperfect man because he stepped out on his mom.
But who's not imperfect?
Right,
you know?
exactly. So that I kind of get where Luke was coming from in that perspective, where it's like, well, you're supposed to be a preacher, you're supposed to be all holy. What the fuck are you gonna tell me? You stepped out on moms.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you motherfucking abandoned me. Thought I was a piece of shit for the longest. So who are you to tell me da-da-da? But he still remained his moral compass. He still remained that good angel on his shoulder. So it's good to see, like, you know, Luke, I know you got all this going on, but, like, you know, you got to stay towards the light. Don't feed that dark motherfucking wolf, yo.
And it was great because you saw that side of Luke where it's like you kind of see the moral side of Luke, you know, even when his father, even when he didn't like his father. It was just great. Like that. And his, I love the line, by the way, when, what is it, all the Jamaican gangsters attacked the church, and like, what is it? His father punched that dude, and he was like, "What are you doing, Dad?" He's like, "Nobody attacks my baby." I was like, "Wow, that is just, oh my god, oh my god, so great, oh god." But
real talk though, that's how it makes you feel.
Oh yeah, that's how you
like,
feel
that's
inside.
real shit. Yeah.
But also, what is it? His two wolves. Conversation
analogy, yeah.
That's everybody. That's humanity as a whole. That's all of us.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. And
Like,
like it is, man. Like, you always have choices. You always have your two wolves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It all depends on which wolf you want to fucking feed. There's no such thing as, oh, you know, they made me do it. They pushed me to that. Because it's you with the feed in your hand. It's your motherfucking wolf. It's up to you to decide to fucking feed the good one or to be petty and feed the bad one.
Precisely. And whatever one you choose, you deal with those particular consequences.
And don't bitch about it. You made the
biggest
choice.
thing.
Don't bitch.
And don't blame other people about the shit that you chose to do.
Word. People out there calling me a hypocrite right now. I'm not a fucking hypocrite. I learned my lesson. A lot of you niggas still not getting the message.
We all do fucked up shit. It's just a matter of like afterwards you realize, wait, I did some fucked up shit. Maybe I should reflect on that and change.
Fuck it. Hand me another goddamn beer. Cheers, nigga.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. God damn it, again.
These damn cops are out to get me. These cops are out to get me.
Sorry.
About to say, no, actually, that was real talk. You can send us comments, but yeah, you guys know it's kind of true. So what we got next?
So shout out to Reggie Cathy, and shout out to what could have been on season 3, but he did his thing.
They adapt. I'm sure they'll make this shit work.
All right, we're gonna do a quick little speed round situation here, talking about some other characters here. I just want to talk about Claire. You know what I'm saying? She's fucking fine.
Rosario Dawson, fine as hell.
Okay,
Great actress
next topic.
as well.
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Great actress as well. We touched on it earlier. Amazing scene with her and Luke in that third episode. Just that difference between what he was saying. How would you feel if you walk in a store and somebody's clutching their purse?
Right.
You know, following you around in the store.
Right.
Clutching the purse in the elevator. Those type of things.
I never had to leave home to find out what racism
Exactly.
was.
Versus her being soy Afro-Cubana. I remember that because, like, anytime she speaks Spanish, she just sounds so amazing.
I have to go to Havana to see my mi
Yeah.
abuela. I was
But
like,
it just shows, like, she...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But it does show, like, she is such a good actress on these shows. And even spread throughout all these, she just... God, she's great. I want to see more of her. I hope she's on these more.
Oh,
There's a slight rumor that she is done doing these, or she doesn't want to do any more of these. I don't think that's true, but we'll see what
if they
happens.
throw the bread at her, she'll be back the next week.
Yeah, of course.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So,
Comanche.
he was cool. I mean, he was good for a plot device. I mean, it was all right. I guess the whole thing with him and Shades and their implied situation in the jail. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Shades and Comanche in the comics were like best friends. They used to run like what is it? Plots together, or they used to like rob people together and do all these different types of things.
Right.
So I appreciate them bringing really obscure things from the comics that nobody would know, except for like really dedicated Luke Cage readers. So I appreciate that.
And because of that fucking research, now we're all fucking dedicated Luke Cage, knowledge-having type of people. D-Dub, he's the new owner of the barbershop. I like that.
I like
really
that.
did.
That's funny.
Jake.
Capture that. Jenks. Yeah, I like that dude, man, from the beginning. And I feel like D-Dub is that type of dude where, like, they put him in the movie, where, like, D-Dub kind of channels us. He's that guy that we would be if me and you was, like, friends with Luke Cage.
Yeah.
We would be that nigga. It would be like, bruh, like, I'm trying to be near you,
right,
and trying to tape everything you're doing so I can get like status.
Right, I'm trying to get that Sean
You know
off
what I mean?
you, bro. Like, let me rock with you, son.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like the Lil C's to fucking Biggie and shit.
See, that's exactly what it is.
Silk and pure linen, vegan, little seeds.
We can say anything else. That was perfect. That's really what it was.
Word.
Like
word up. That lined up
that
properly. Not just the metaphor, but the fact that D-Dub ended up taking
and the way
shit
at the
over.
end, while he kind of like low key, kind of pushed Luke Cage away based on what decision that he made.
I don't blame him for that. I mean, because on the surface it does look, pretty
but I mean,
fucked
it's
up.
still kind of. I mean, yeah, but I agree with it. I'm just saying that's kind of like this ballsy of like, D-Dub is like, he knows what Luke Cage can do and what he's done.
Yeah,
he's still being like, I don't fuck with you anymore.
But he knows that Luke Cage ain't the dude that's gonna play.
Well,
he ain't like Trump with it. He's just
exactly.
like, you don't fuck with me, fuck you,
Well, exactly.
Twitter fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
So he knew he could get away with that. You know.
What else we got?
Piranha Jones.
I like that dude. Funny as hell. Reminds me slightly of Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Carlton meets Kevin Hart. That's what I think.
I agree with you. Once again, dude was entertaining as hell. His Luke Cage shrine was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But once again, just taking down that status of like a dude that is trying to be the center of attention and is like that token. I don't say token black, but like he's that token dude. What is this? What else we got?
We got 7 minutes left here. Cockroach.
I do. Dorian Missick. Actually, you're a really good actor. I mean, outside of the fact that your wife is Simone Missick.
Yeah, we
fuck
you for that shit. Fuck you for that shit. And fuck you for making her go on Google and take off her age. Not have to fucking guess.
We could probably guess based on the look, bro. I would say she's 37.
If she has to take her age off of Google,
You think she's in the 40s?
I wouldn't be shocked to hear she was like early 50s.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean,
dude.
why would you take your fucking name off Google?
There's no way that woman is early 50s.
Black don't crack,
There's
my nigga.
no-
Black don't crack, though, my nigga.
No.
I'm not. Now
way.
listen. Do I want her to be 50?
No, I'm not saying
Of
you
course
want her to be. Then that would be Shades and
yeah, but actually
and
no,
Mariah.
because she's actually
She's
no shade to Alfred. No shade to Alfred.
She's like 65 or something, right?
Yeah. But
Whatever, it doesn't matter. She's not early 50s. We'll talk about that. We'll find that out. We'll get back to y'all as though anybody wants to know that shit. But yeah, actually he's a decent actor. I actually liked his character. Even though he was an asshole, fucked up. Anything else?
Anything else you want to add as far as like your favorite shit? We got about 5
We
to go.
need to talk about, because you didn't talk about him. Danny motherfucking Rand.
You know, it's kind of funny. I actually skipped over him. no shade to you, but I skipped over him because he wasn't like
You did
a
not
part
do
of the
that.
show.
You did not do that.
I mean, he was a part of the show, but
He
he
was a big part of
wasn't.
the show.
He wasn't like a main character on the show. So I was like slide to the side. But
Let me say this, man. As a person that watched the entire Iron Fist show, did not really like Danny Rand as Iron Fist, liked Colleen Wing, liked Bakuto, liked some of the elements of the show, but overall was not a good show, and the writing was not great, the direction was not good, the fight choreography was subpar. This one episode that I saw of Danny Rand was better than all of Iron Fist and all of how he was on Defenders.
off one episode.
Of
Now,
one episode.
now,
this
here's
is
the
the
deal.
best. This was the best Danny Rand I've ever seen out of the other two shows that I've seen.
Now, is that because? Do you give that to the writers of Luke Cage?
Precisely. Stop right there. It's the writers. That's what changed the shit.
Okay.
Because the writers in the original Iron Fist show, which by the way, Scott Buck, we need to. That's something we need to touch on really quick, man.
Go ahead.
Part of the reason why the show was not that great is Scott Buck directed that show, and Scott Buck is the same guy that directed the Inhumans.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he's known for doing cheap shit really fast.
He's like the Yui Bowl of the shit.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like we can't just write off this character because it's not the actor's fault.
I'll give you
Entirely.
that.
It's part of his
So
fault.
then let me ask you this then. Would you like to see then, obviously you can't get the whole crew, but would you like to see some, since you want the Heroes for Hire show so bad, do you just want the Luke, do you want the Luke Cage motherfuckers to do it? Writing
I would
wise?
love that shit. If the Luke Cage writers did a Heroes for Hire show, I would love that. Because the episode 10 was that was the one with
The episode 10, yeah.
I love that episode. The fight choreography between the two. There was a scene where they go into a warehouse and it's Luke Cage and it's Iron Fist fighting.
Yep.
And they play off of each other so well. There's a point in that episode where I'm really quick. I just have to talk about this shit. They're fighting off like mad motherfuckers, right? Both of them are beating up mad people, right? They get surrounded by like 20 dudes with guns, right?
I was driving when this part came on, so I didn't really get a chance to. But
Get off my dick!
Luke Cage looks at Iron Fist like patty cake. He's like, what? He's like, your fist, my hand. Luke Cage puts his hand out. Iron Fist puts it like does his glowing fist,
right?
Punches Luke Cage's hand. Shockwave. All them motherfuckers fly away.
So you ain't say all that, bro.
Because I didn't want to spoil it for you, bro. Then
you ain't say all that, nigga.
Then to make it worse, they're like, okay, fuck it. Dude comes out with a rocket launcher, and then another guy comes out with like a heavy like assault weapon. They look at each other without saying a word, just mentally just knowing what they need to do. Luke Cage throws Danny Rand with the glowing fist, and he punches both of the motherfuckers. He throws them.
See,
like
you didn't say all that.
Because I didn't want to spoil it for you.
I didn't know, man.
Because you had to watch it.
Now I gotta go back.
And then they're talking about hip hop the entire episode. Like at the end of the episode, what is it? Luke Cage is saying like, "Did you really fight a dragon, or was it metaphorical?"
Yeah, that part I did actually
like
remember.
the show.
You can actually
Telling you,
listen
man,
to
an entire show of that.
Okay, I'm down.
He was.
I'm on board.
So
I'm on
I want to
board.
see. I want to see more Danny Rand.
I'm on board. We shouldn't sacrifice the season 3 for it, but I'm on board.
I think we should because I think we're done. I think we're done with this.
What?
I think we can get Luke Cage. We can get all the elements of what you like mixed in with the Heroes Fire if they do it right.
No, but then that's gonna take away from Luke Cage's story. I'm more interested in that.
But you, we'll talk about that.
My favorite fight scene of the whole shit was Bushmaster and Luke teaming up against the Chinese folks. That was probably one of my favorite fight scenes.
I agree with you.
In that whole shit.
I agree with you. In the way that, like, just in a second, Bushmaster turned on him. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
What is it? The fight scene with Shades, Mariah, and Luke Cage versus Bushmaster
at the end,
which was also great.
Oh man, that's how you end the motherfucking
that is
show.
Really great.
Your grand finale. And then the way that Missy was just so happy when Shades came through with that gun. She's Mariah Stokes Dillon. You are under. It's
She was like, wait a minute, for 2 seasons.
Yeah, dude,
Like, it was just
I loved it.
I loved it.
I love that payoff. Now it's time to grade it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say as far as 1 to 5,
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid 4.
So 4 hoodies.
Yeah, 4 hoodies.
4
I say
hoodies.
4 hoodies. There was a couple parts that I didn't really feel were necessary. Some things didn't work out the way I planned, and there were some writing issues that were a little But overall, I enjoyed the fuck out of this season. I liked it more than the first season, and it's one of my favorite Netflix Marvel shows that I've seen.
Word up. I'm going to go ahead and give it 4.5 Misty arms. I'm going to give it 4.5 bionic arms. Because that shit was just as strong as that arm was, man. Like he said, it wasn't perfect. There were some moments, and we don't really have time to get into it anymore, where I was kind of like I said, there was never a moment where I was like, yo, it's one of those situations where you have to go back and you think about shit again just so you can kind of find shit wrong.
I've watched like a few of those fight scenes over again because they were just so great.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the dramatic scenes were the ones that I went back to, like the Luke and Claire breakup, the Matilda motherfucking Mariah situation.
Yep.
Had to go back to that, and then the last scene with his dad.
Yep, I agree. Great scenes as well.
I didn't do that. I had something in my eye. That's why I was tearing up.
Bro, it's that's what art is supposed to do, is bring out emotional shit. You're not, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, we'll talk about masculinity on our next episode. But
masculinity cast.
Oh yeah, people are gonna love that. So any parting words?
No, I mean I love the show. I thought the second season was great. I cannot wait for. I want to say the next one is Daredevil season 3. I think that's the next Netflix.
That's gonna be a good one.
Which will be.
That's my
God.
That's my second favorite.
Man,
Netflix
oh man,
show.
oh man! I cannot wait for that shit. So
we gotta let them know that in 2 weeks is Ant-Man and the Wasp. So we'll have our review for that.
Yep.
Immediately following the movie, maybe not immediately, but you'll know what time it is.
Yep.
Next week we're gonna find something to do because I thought that was next week, but I was informed that it's not. So we'll figure some
there's
shit
a million
out.
things. We're into so much shit, dude. We'll find something to talk about for a half an hour or so. So, long story short, I'm Calvin A.G.
Long story shorter, it's your boy TJ Wow.
And what you doing, bro?
None. Just chilling.
Chilling.
See you next week. Oh shit, yo. Hey, that's a good one right there, yo. That's a fucking good one for real. Alright. I love that.
You know I do. You know I do.